Any murder weapons? It looks like a gun. Actually kind of does, doesn't it? Definitely tapered. That's a gun, look. Okay, this building behind me is an old house, probably built around the turn of the century, and it operated as a gambling den or hall and a house of ill repute, or house of prostitution, back in the 1930s. And supposedly it was a happening place in this area. There's a big lake down at the bottom, or at least there used to be, and we actually did some metal detecting around there on the video probably just prior to this one. We found a few things, but what we're going to do today is we're actually going to go exploring inside this thing if it's not too dangerous. Now, I did see a buzzard, big old vulture, up in that tree over there, so there's going to be a nest in there probably. So if we hear some scratching and like really freaky noises and mewling like babies in the corner, it's probably just a baby buzzard. Probably. I brought a little flashlight with us today. All right, first thing I noticed, there's the concrete step, so we know that's, you know, 1900s, which makes sense. It's actually got cinder block foundations. We have to be really careful if you ever explore places like this. Always pay attention and step on these. Okay, that's the strongest part of the floor. If I try to go across that, we'd go right through it. So when we're going to step on it, what we're going to do is we are going to put our feet right here. It's like a little bridge going across. All right, let's see what we have. Look at the tin roof, rusted. It's pretty bad, isn't it? I wonder if there's any dates. That's probably put on there like in the 90s, I would guess. 80s or 90s by the looks of it. All right, watch your step going across here. Try to stay on the joist and hopefully not step on any nails sticking up. Wow, this is pretty cool, isn't it? It's actually a really large house for this area. Most of the houses are quite small. Let's see what we got in here. Get the flashlight on. All right, what I do, this is a little trick I'm going to teach you. A lot of times with flashlights that have the push buttons to turn them on and off, if you have them in your pocket and the button rubs up against something, they'll come on in your pocket or your bag or whatever. So I always unscrew it just a little bit so that if that happens by accident, it doesn't turn on and drain the battery or catch fire. So what we'll have to do is just kind of give this a turn or two, and we should be in business. Yeah, we are. Ooh, that's nice and bright. Okay, let's see what we have. This is a nice, good-sized room. It looks like a little bar going across here, and this could have been part of the gambling establishment, although I suspect that's newer. That plywood looks over, that 2x4s and plywood don't look quite 1930-ish to me, but I could be wrong. There's got two thimbles. Those holes are called thimbles. And that's where a stovepipe would go in. So there were stoves in here, and they had two pipes going in. The air, warm air, would have gone up through that hole into the heat up the upstairs too. So there would have been a pipe or a hole right there as well. Pi. 3.14159. That's as many as I can get. Sorry guys, I'm not a brain. Okay. I might go down underneath it too, see if we can find any bottles. This is really neat looking, man. Broken heart. Jonathan Heath is mine. Jonathan Heath is mine. No dates though. No one put their dates. 5'9". That's weird. Put his height there though. Isn't that weird? They don't put a date, like, you know, graduation date. You almost always see it in these houses. And the graffiti. Again, be really careful walking on these things, because that could collapse at any moment. Well, that's kind of neat. Tim Paul, 1989. And if you remember, I said probably 80s or something when graffiti was done, so I was kind of right. I'll just pat myself on the back now. If you hear any like voices in the background, that could just be, you know, the spirits and the ghosts that you know, probably haunt this place. That's why we're not doing this at night. So just, you know, listen every once in a while. You might hear something. Okay, let's see. Big door here. What's that say? Number of 333. And well, leave imagination to that, and a little McDonald's sign right there. Now this is kind of cool. I'm actually kind of believing this could have been a a gambling hall, because look, it's a giant freaking room. Wow, look at this. Look at this. 89, or is it 98? Again, be really careful walking. Look at that, it's all wavy and that looks a lot like the art that I found in a building back in near Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. The guy was actually kind of a famous artist that does that kind of stuff. He had signed it, but I don't really see where that's signed, but it looks the same style. Isn't that cool? Yeah, this makes sense. I can imagine a big party place here. Lots of people drinking beer and probably some pool tables. All kinds of nefarious activity. Not very old though at all, is it? Let's look outside here. I don't think I'm going to go out, and this is like a little porch. I don't think we're going to go out here though. At least I'm not going to. The lake that we were metal detecting by not long ago is actually right down there. So it's just, you could see it if there weren't any trees right here, no problem. But yeah, that makes perfect sense. I think this is a purpose-built building for a gambling hall. I mean, it's not a house. There's no way this would be a house. Just one giant room like this. Or I smell the nicotine if you... enough. Wow, that's awesome. Let's look over here. That would have been, looked like it was probably a big porch out there too. Obviously we're not going to go out there, but we might try to crawl around underneath a little bit if there's not too many snakes. Although it's not that old. There's a neat coat hook. That's like a coat hook that would have been on the wall. Hang up your coat when you came in. I'm not going to step over there. A little too dangerous for the old Chiggles, Uncle Chiggles. I thought that was a snake. I guess it's just tar paper, but it's going to be a buzzard nest up there because I saw the guy up in the tree. But I'm not going to go up there either. I don't see any upstairs. There's nowhere to get up. This is like some type of closet. You see the lace. But no stairs for sure. Boy, that's weird. Look how tall that is for a closet. It's got a pipe coming down from up there. And that's where they had the still up there. Had the still hidden. I'm sure they probably, if this was here during Prohibition, they had a still. I don't know if it was though. Let's go ahead and head back out, and maybe we'll try to get underneath a little bit. Maybe get down right here. What do you think? Yeah, let's just pop down there and see if it's like loaded with bottles and gold coins and an old copper still. Oh, watch out for these nails. That's an old door, look. That's the handle. Just really got to make sure there's no snakes. Poisonous ones, because they do have copperheads and rattle moccasins. You talk. Alright, we're good. Man, I hope there's no skulls down here grinning at us. Yeah, it doesn't look old at all, does it? Alright. Let's see what we got. Oh gosh, look at the spider webs. I was hoping there'd be some like whiskey bottles down here or something, you know, people might have thrown in, but see the brick supports, that's the original supports. Those cinder blocks are added afterwards. They probably had little cinder block, little brick supports. Alright, we're gonna have to go through the spiders, dudes. Sorry, you go first. Wave it through. Hope they don't drop on my head. Alright. Stuck almost. Alright, what do we see? I'm trying to get down there so we can just stand up again. I was hoping there'd be something in here, but I don't see any skulls, any revenuers. Okay, let's see what we got here. Some plumbing, really soft dirt. That's a dresser door, I guess. Let's see what's down here. Don't fall. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So this has all been added. You know, long after they built this place. Those are drains coming down from the sewer and the sinks and stuff going out to a septic tank, I'm sure. We're just emptying out on the side of the hill. Don't see any whiskey bottles or coins. A bit of broken glass there, a soda bottle. I'm not gonna write home about that one though. Alright, so you can see back up in the house, that's the porch we were just on. We're underneath a little porch here. Oh, that doesn't look too old. Bootlegger. Sink. On the side over here if you can. Almost lost my, oh, let's see what's in here. Oh, there's a whole nother room. Look at that. Do we dare? Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. What's a snake? Something coming down my shirt. Wowza! Like little rooms everywhere in here, man. This is awesome. Well, that's kind of weird looking. It's like a little snake maybe crawled out across here. See that little line right there? Not seeing anything very old in here though. Either. Don't know what that's all about. Not sure. We're crawling around back up in there. I'm not going back up there again. Burnet's pineapple. Let's look over there a little bit. I can see the bottle and there's some few things in there, so it might be worth checking out. Any murder weapons? It looks like a gun. Actually, kind of does, doesn't it? Definitely tapered. That's a gun. Look. Yep. That, my friend, is a leg to a table. A little, I guess, like a little Formica table or something. Yeah, probably was not really worth digging around in there. I don't think we find any machine guns from Machine Gun Kelly. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'll take a quick walk around the outside, see if there's anything of interest, and then we'll call it a day. What do you say? Ball. Watch for nails. It's a mess, isn't it? Wowza. Bottles in there. Not really. Underneath porches, that's actually a good place. I found a lot of bottles there. When Pops is out there drinking and Ma doesn't want him drinking, he can just keep his bottle under the porch. And when he's done, just get another one and just keep adding to it. Not that I would know anything about that. I'm not going to go through there because of these briars. I'm actually already torn up, so I'm going to just go ahead and sign off. What do you say? Are you okay with that? All right, I appreciate that. It's time for me to turn off the camera. The battery's almost dead. I can go get one out of my bag and we'll go do something else. What do you say? More night. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep hidden in her dirt or